First, we look back over the last 6 days of the Horse of the Year show.
Hello, from me and him. I've been wondering this week if we shouldn't change Wembley to an outdoor show, because, you know, the weather really has been wonderful. We've taken every chance we've had of coming outside the big international arena to places like this, the Horses Hotel, for the duration of the show. Had a good week? Wonderful. Anyway, it's all over now. We've had some great moments, and we've had a few fun and games, and this afternoon we've put together what we call the best of the best. Now, you know, the horses and riders come in all shapes and sizes here, and if you don't believe me, take a look at a couple of stars on opening night.
Well, look at those people, because Derek Ricketts is the tallest rider of the business, and Susan Clark must be the smallest. So it's Susan to go first, 62.15 to beat. She's using her legs, kicking on, and I think you'll hear her cry all the way. Listen to her. Whoa. Kick, kick, kick. This is good. Go on, Susan. All clear. Whee! Got it, and what a change.
Well down there, Susan. What a super change. Away goes Derek. 62.15 to beat.
Well, Derek Ricketts has got to keep the honour up. As Harvey Smith turned very fast on this course. And he's had one down, remember, Harvey Smith. So this could take the lead for Derek Ricketts. 55. There we go. 57.40. What a time. That's going to take some beating. Derek Ricketts, well done. And not forgetting Susan Clark on Mr. Watt. And John Whitaker with San Salvador, and Mandy Goosen with Tiny Tim. And she's 10. And the pony's 12, and it won last year with Malcolm Pyra. So let's see what they can do this time. Whoa. Come on, kick on. Now go. Now, which way is she going to turn? Still fast and good if she can just maintain the speed and hand that whip over. They're in with a chance. And, oh, missed it. Oh, dear. Horse and rider bolted.
Come on, jockey, lead on grass.
Naughty Tiny Tim.
Jockey, get out. Next San Salvador.
Well, what bad luck that was, because that was a very good time. And whatever John does now, I don't think he can catch up. No, you see, 57.40. That was the time for Derek Ricketts and Susan Clark. Well, the senior riders are making a porridge of it. I wouldn't think Mandy thinks much of that. The hat is nearly bigger than her. And look at that. Oh dear. And in the ring now, Paul Sutton with Samboy and 11-year-old Nicola Harkins. Nicola Harkins riding O.C. Benjamin. Oh, where are you going? He's done it! Completely a different way, my word. Well, that has saved us some time. And a solid little handover for Paul Sutton. And Paul Sutton, who just got in by qualifying yesterday, could he celebrate by winning here tonight? There was a magnificent turn there. Oh, he's nearly gone. Oh, he has. Jocked off. Well, Paul, are you doing to poor Nicola? Well, that just adds the time, but it needs to say the time is now very slow. Yeah, 75.60. Well, he looks very disappointed about that. And especially after that, Nicola went completely the different way, saved a lot of time, and she must be very disappointed. But never mind, she started her career here at the Horse of the Year show.
And who knows, one day she might be standing in the arena being presented with a trophy by someone as important as Princess Michael of Kent. Well, that's what happened to our most famous event rider, Virginia Laing, who was Virginia Holgate before she got married. The world and European champion had been voted Horseman of the Year. I suppose it should have been Horse Person. But it wasn't the end of the story, because on the night, she decided to announce the retirement of her great horse, Priceless, who's done just about everything for her in the sport. Wembley shared the moment and gave the sprightly 13-year-old a wonderful send-off with a little touch of emotion. Ginny, you've been through a few emotional moments, and you can't excuse the little tear in your eye tonight, can you?
No, I'm afraid I couldn't. I sort of almost felt I ought to canter him around again, but I couldn't cope, so I had to come out immediately.
He was all right.
He was fine. He really enjoyed himself. But, no, it was very emotional.
You and he have done it all. Olympic Games, World, Europeans, Badminton, Burghley. Is there anything that sticks in your mind? Was it Australia?
I think that was just a marvellous way for him to finish. He's given so much to me and his country that I just feel, what else can he give? And he's retired as European, world and national champion. And, you know, that was, I think the World Championships was the creme de la creme for him, yes, definitely.
What makes him so special?
He's just such a character, and he's so intelligent. And I've made so many mistakes on him, and he's always seemed to get me out of trouble. So I don't think there'll ever be another one, because he's just so reliable and so incredibly clever. He's like a person. He really is.
I know you used to talk to him all the way around, talk to him before the day.
He put up with a lot, I can tell you, because I never stopped talking at the best of times. He's learned to ignore me, I think.
This remarkable record, he's never had a fault on a cross-country course. Is that right?
It isn't absolutely 100%. He did have a fall as a 5-year-old, which was way, I mean, how many years ago was that? 8 years ago. But since that fall, he has never had a fault across country, and he has never had a refusal, ever. And I don't think there's many horses that can boast that.
Well, he's earned his retirement, hasn't he? But Ginny, who'd been given that Horse and Hound trophy because she'd won it outright, the third time she's been presented with it, gave it back and asked in future for it to be given to a horse, one to be elected each year, the Horse of the Year trophy. It's a nice touch, isn't it? Well, from one very special horse to the best out of something like 46,000, the Fox Hunter champion. Now, fox hunters are those who haven't earned very much money so far. They're not very famous, but quite often they go on to become great stars of the future.
And most of the difficult fences left in. He jumped the first two. And then a really long run here, back to fence 4. now the wall. This is where they can gain a little bit of time. Turn back sharp here. Onto the parallel. And now the treble. How dare they turn in here, because it's wide in there. Go. It's still there. It's still there, and this is fast. Now he's got to gallop to the last. The crowd are with him. Flies the last. 34.89. Well, that just got faster and faster. He really took his life in his hands there at the treble. Missed his stride, really, round the corner. And the horse just turned itself inside out for him to jump it. That was tremendous. I'm not sure that he'll win it, but he's certainly set them a standard. He has a change of leg here. He's going to turn even sharper. Changed his mind, went away a bit further. Stands still for a minute. Look, the horse props, doesn't go anywhere. And he kicks and says, for goodness sake, go. Lands so steep. Watch him pick up here. What a trier. And Father, nervous moments. Now he's got to sweat it out, because there's some good horses and riders to follow. And here's one, Edisford Bridge. And this horse and rider have got the mileage to make it tell. This is fast. Oh, that was beautiful. 34.89, it's going to be close. He's took a pull there, just inside, 34.36. Into the lead. Jeff really couldn't do an awful lot more. He looks pleased enough about that, but he knows the big dangers behind him. Right, and now it's all down to this man. He's riding the hot favourite, a horse that everybody thinks an awful lot of. And a very capable rider too is Jeff Luckett. He's had a really good season again for the Edgar stable. But has this horse just got enough experience to pip Jeff Billington? He's got to find somewhere just to pinch a second or so, and he could be to the wall. That's the one fence he can really turn sharp to. And it's gone. Well, that's it. Jeff's time was 34.36. It's academic now, but there we are. He's faster. That was the chance he had to take.
Edisford Bridge, ridden by Jeff Billington, the winner then, and one we'll look out for. But we've got younger hopefuls, both horse and rider than that, a lot younger. It's the moment they all dream about, qualifying for Wembley with their children's riding pony. As they wait outside the big arena, all those last-minute preparations are done. Whatever happened, the pony is going to be as smart as a new pin. And then there's all the pressure, all those cameras and television people hanging around, while you're just trying to, well, hide away and wait to be called. And if that isn't bad enough, you've got Mum here as well, who, of course, is always as cool as a cucumber.
My stomach is just turning somersaults, it really is. Because it's Sarah's first ride at Wembley, and to qualify to get into the final 10 is really something. It's an ambition that we've always been working towards.
How long's she been riding?
Since she was 3. She had her first pony when she was 3.
And what sort of success has she achieved so far?
Oh, tremendous. We've had a super season. Not only this year, but right through her little life. We had a lot of success.
She ride all the time?
All the time. Can't keep her away from the ponies. And we breed ponies as well, so she's surrounded by them.
Did you get any homework done?
Not a lot. Not a lot.
What's she going to be like when she gets her there under the big lights of Wembley, shaking like a
I think
leaf?
she'll thoroughly enjoy it. We've told her just to relax and enjoy every moment of it. From everything from here on has got to be a bonus.
Well, there was no bonus, and Chinook Fairy's story didn't give us one. It's a hard old business. For the grand final, there were just 6. The judges made their decision. Children's Riding Pony of the Year Gaylord of Keston, a 5-year-old with Miss Paula Holden. What a moment. Well, now the big moment for those who've worked all week here, hanging on like dear life to their ponies. They've been bursting balloons, chasing dragons and pushing wheelbarrows. It's the final of the Pony Club Games.
Now, this is the needle match as they line up. In light blue are the Bramham Moor. They come from Yorkshire. Then for the West Country, the Wylye Valley in dark blue. The South Wold from Lincolnshire in burgundy. And the Clydach from Wales in red. And it is a very, very tight score on this, the last night for the Prince Philip Cup. Off they go. Wylye Valley are the leaders. And Clydach are at the moment lying last. And there go the Wylye Valley in dark blue. Clydach have had one down. It's Wylye Valley steaming away. And so the Bramham Moor had one down. So there's only two really left in with a chance. The dark blues and the burgundies from Lincolnshire. Poor old Bramham got one on the floor. Third pennies are coming down. Come on, Wales. Clydach. But this is the last penny to go for the Wylye Valley. And the last penny to go for Southwold. Clydach are still struggling. And now watch the blue team. Bramham Moor, and it's the Wylye Valley one. Southwold going to finish second. Bramham Moor again coming down to finish third. Clydach still to play. Bramham Moor coming in now. So no question about the scores. The Wylye Valley moved to 49.5. The Clydach 49. Bramham and Southwold on 46. My goodness, it's close. Now, the Dragons, the dreaded Dragons, come out for the last time. Well, there are the Dragons, and off goes the smoke, and they're off. A puff of smoke from the Dragons. And the favours are tied on. Now, never mind the smoke. Kill the Dragon. Oh, Bramham missed the Dragon. Clydach coming up. It's the red team from Wales. Clydach. Clydach. Clydach coming down. Well done. Up they go again. And it is Clydach. Wylye have got all sorts of problems. The last, hello, where's Bramham gone? Here come Wales. Clydach to kill the Dragon. Clydach have killed the Dragon. They're the red team, and they're going to win unless something awful happens. Away you go, Wales. It's Wales all the way. Clydach from Swansea. Now, who's going to finish second? Southwold. Bramham missed it. Southwold in burgundy. Southwold have done it. Wylye Valley, oh dear. Get him over the line. There we go, Southwold, well done. There is the position at the moment. Clydach for Wales, 57. Southwold, 52. Wylye Valley, 51.5. Bramham Moor on 50. 2 games to go. Under starters orders. This time it's sharpshooters. They have to be on bareback. And they have to knock over those faces. Come on, Clydach. Oh, it's Wylye Valley in front. Wales in trouble. One more. Southwold still can't hit one. And the bunnies are up there now. And who's going to be away in front? It's Wylye Valley. Bramham, no, Wylye Valley. Bramham, Southwold. Here come the red team, Clydach to finish in 3rd place. Poor old Southwold. Whoop, hold on to him. Come on, Southwold. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Where are we going? On a naughty pony. And Southwold are left all alone in this huge arena. Missed. One's gone in the royal box. Hey, she's done it! Big cheer for the crowd. Well done. One game to go, and look how close it is. Cliddock in red, 61. Wiley Valley, dark blue, 59.5. Bramham Moor, light blue, 56. Southwold, 54. 8 points to win. Anything can happen. Last race on the card, the 5-flag race, and there's nothing in it. They're away. Now watch the red team and the Southwold team, Burgundy. But it's the red team, the dark blue team we're watching. Dark blue, come on Wales, Cliddock in front of the moment. Bramham have gone up on the right-hand side, Southwold. Somebody's missed, Southwold missed, Cliddock. They're neck and neck, these three, and there's nothing to choose between them. Here they go. Last penny's going. Wiley Valley, Cliddock. Wiley Valley, oh, Cliddock dropped it in red. It's Wiley Valley coming through. Wiley Valley. Bramham. Oh dear, Cliddock are in trouble in red. They've dropped down. They take it now, bad luck. Southwold have still got to play, the excitement getting up to them. They really are heartbroken. One of them missed a flag, and the great effort from this little team from Swansea in Wales have just missed out on their first venture to Wembley. How close it was, you can see. Wiley Valley, 67.5. Cliddock, just that one mistake, 65. Bramham Moor, 62. Southwold, 56. What a wonderful event the Prince Philip Cup is. And the Prince Philip Cup being presented tonight by Lady Rothermere. So, there we go. The Prince Philip Cup is held aloft by the Wiley Valley.
Now the big stars take over for the top national title, leading jumper of the year. The climax was worthy of that title.
Next, Milton, by John Whittaker. And just watch him get off the ground. Look inside the gate. First one to do it. It stayed, it stayed. And this is going to go into the lead. Quite easily. 35.60.
Well, how about that? If you can't win a leading show jumper following a performance like that, you never will. Because he turned inside the gate. I wondered whether anybody would chance it, but as I said, you'd have to be superbly mounted to do it, and he is. Just watch the way this horse pops over here. I mean, that's a massive fence going in there. And he treats it like a Cavaletti. Look at the height he gets. John really throws everything at the vertical because he just hung off it a little bit, turning in the air around here, slips on the corner, and now onto this fence, and just watch how lucky he is here. Bang, a foot out of the cup and back in again, but that was tremendous stuff.
And busting round now, Ned Kelly and Sue Patty. She's gone round the gate. We'll see if John's turn inside made that much difference. I think it must have done. But as always, look at Sue going for this one. He's a big horse, but she's got him round there. 35.60, this is incredible. Go on, Sue! Well, 34.94, and she didn't go inside. What a round.
Not half. This is just incredible show jumping. Whoa. Susie Pountin, that was tremendous. Well, you just couldn't get better jumping than this. And that horse, didn't he just put himself out for her?
David Broom going for his 4th win. First winner, Pat Smythe on Finality, 1949. He's going inside. Rolls the rails. Now, 34.94. Sue Pountin here at 27. And he's gone outside. He's not going to do it, is he? Extraordinary, because he went outside and still was very, very close. 35.10 into second place.
Can't really understand why David went round the combination then. Perhaps he just thought he couldn't get inside and wanted to play safe. But it looked very much on the cards as if he could have just got to Sue at one stage.
And Anglezark in the ring now, and Malcolm Parra. Well, on Monday night, it was Sue Pountin who got beaten by Malcolm Parra. Does she turn the tables on him tonight with that 34.94?
Malcolm just walked the route there from the parallel, the second fence, to the treble. The route he's going to take, I'm sure, because this horse has got the ability to come inside.
Yes, you're right, he's inside. A quick turn there, right on the angle. That was a good jump, and this is up. This is up, 34.94. But it's gone. And that time, there you are. That just shows what he was after that time. 33.32. A wonderful night for Sue Pountin.
Well, if Sue was excited, so was everyone else, including me. My goodness, you had to take a few risks there.
He's a good horse, though, isn't he?
Oh, he's wonderful. But you went inside the gate. Nobody'd done it before.
No, I went round the gate.
No, inside. Inside the first gate you went.
No, I went round. I dared risk going inside, and then they went inside, and I thought they'd do me, but they didn't.
Yeah. I think I'm the one who's been done there, but I don't care. She won. I don't mind which way she went. Well, there's some more show jumping in a moment, including the big challenge from overseas. But we're taking the fences out now so that you can have a nice look at the showing classes. All manner of horses and ponies who come here to show themselves off to a packed crowd and, of course, the judges. It was a repeat performance for Landcliffe Laura, the lovely 7-year-old Dark Bay Shire, who retained that title and looked as majestic as ever. The in-hand championship for a variety of breeds included quite a few nervous prima donnas. The audience were even asked not to clap because these highly strung performers have been known to jump straight into the front row. Naturally, as it's Wembley, you come dressed in best bib and tucker from top to, well, almost toe. The champion of them all came from Ashby de la Zouche, Chirk Windflower, a 3-year-old pony. Well, these are the masters of control, the dressage artists. This chap's 18 years old. He comes from up north. Pinocchio, the dressage champion. And the top show prize, the Hunter. And this time, Seabrook, the chestnut gelding, 17.1 hands, repeated his win of 1984. Let's hot it up a little now with Wembley's answer to Nigel Mansell. Good luck to him later tonight in Mexico. Here they might not have quite as much horsepower, but they're just as colourful.
A great character, and she's got her lucky pink socks on tonight, so go for it, Anne. Well, in fact, I said she had both pink, but she's got one pink, one blue, and she's going well. Through the slalom. 43.87 is the time to beat. Go on, Anne. Kamikaze piloted work. And still clear. Come on, turn up. Go on. Yes, 43.45. Into the lead. Whee! Well, what a great girl Anne Reid is. Look at the smile of pleasure. She takes the lead, 43.45. 2 left to go. Anne Reid the leader, 43.45. Neil Swanson, bright and breezy. Well, Neil Swanson's an old hand at this game, and he is out to beat that time at 43.45. Just 1 left to go after him. And clear so far. Very good turn down there. Up the far side. Not quite as fast as Anne here, but you've got to go for it. There's a little in it. He's got the turn. And clear. Coming the last. 43.45 to beat. He's in touch. Just outside. And another great drive by Neil Swanson, just outside Anne Reid, 43.67 into second place. Farewell for Julie Blake, and can it be a winning farewell with touch and go? She's chasing 43.45. And the last drive for Julie Blake at the Horse of the Year show, because the ponies have been sold. They leave her tonight, and she's chasing 43.45. Can she do it? Go on, touch, have a go. That's a good one. She's lying third with her other pair at the moment. Mother Barbara clinging on behind. Go on, lean the other way, Barbara. Now this way. Very active. And Julie really getting those ponies, laying over, turning the corner. Nearly had that one, it's all right. Fast out of the over, she's up at the block. 2 seconds up. Go on, boys, yeah, go on, boys. 43.45, cheer her on. What about that? 41.18. Well done, Julie. Well, you couldn't go out on a better note, could you? Julie Blake, the last time she's driving this pair of ponies, and she wins the Lombard Scurry Driving Championship of 1986.
Somebody should certainly be smiling at the end of our next show jumping event, Friday night's big class with £8,000 resting on it. It proved to be a battle of tactics, and one of the masters of that business comes from Germany, Herr Schockemüller.
Well, it is a dilemma now for Paul, because just what does he do? He's got 2 fast horses behind him, particularly Ryan's Son, the last to go. And however fast Paul goes, Ryan's going to go just that little bit faster, and Jeff McBean for that matter. But the other two have had 12 and 8. Decision time, Paul.
Yes, he'd like to think it was one on jumping ability.
He's going for a clear.
Pink that one. 35.68. But Annette Lewis proved you could go round in 31. And that now puts the challenge firmly down on Jeff McVeigh and John Whittaker. 35.68 and clear.
See, what Paul is hoping for there is that the last two in are going to cut each other's throats now, because Jeff obviously knows Ryan's behind him. So he's got to lay down enough to get Ryan at it. But I think, from Paul's point of view, it's asking too much for both of these to have one down. But the fences are big.
Paul Shockamator came to the next in 24. Nothing in it, but he was a bit wide coming to this one. There's going to be nothing in it. 30. Yes, he had 35.30, and only just. 35.68 was Paul, 35.30 was Jeff. That was very neatly judged by him, because now John Whittaker has got to cut a corner somewhere.
Yeah, you know, Jeff's done his job very well there indeed. He's just sneaked in front of Paul, knowing that however fast he went, Ryan was going to go faster. But of course, Ryan's now got to leave him up.
A situation which John Whittaker's found himself in on so many occasions with this old warrior. He'll go for it. That's certain. Oh, come on, old fella. Look at this, he cut right across there. This is up. What an incredible old man this horse is.
Some you win like that, and some you lose. And my goodness, we've had a few of those this week, and they lost in style.
Oh, he has. Jocked off. Oh dear, oh dear.
Oh dear, oh dear. Oh, get off, Nick. Oh, chilly. Oh, and she's gone. And he's taken the wrong course. Well, if he'd have got away with that, he'd have been pretty quick.
But you went inside the gate. Nobody done it before.
No, I went round the gate.
Well, that's the second one that's done that.
No, no, no. It's no good you kicking me. I'm not going.
No, inside. Inside the first gate you went.
No, I went round.
And, oh, missed it. Oh, dear, horse and rider bolted.
Oh, Gene, you missed that. Hang on. Whoops. Looks as if he's just lost a pound and found 2 above, didn't he?
Well, just as well his horse won, and Cecil Williams has had a few wins to celebrate this week. I think he's earned every one of them. Well, now to the climax of the show. Last night's Grand Prix reserved for just the best horses and riders here, and £14,000 waiting to be taken out of the safe.
And Paul Shockemöller, he'll be regretting the fact that he is first to go again with Next Deister, because behind him, look what we've got. We've got Malcolm Parra there with Talens Agrozark, then David Broom on Phoenix Park, followed by John Whittaker on Next Milton, then Everest Lisnamara and Janet Hunter, and finally Nick Skelton, and all of them capable of taking him on and beating him against the clock.
Right, let's get on with the jump off. And there's some tight turns here. Back to the wall now. This is one in between the middle two parts of the combination, back to the gate. And this big fence here off the corner. And then this really is a test of power here, because it's back to the treble. Alan Oliver again used a strategic bunch of flowers there. Paul's gone round them. This is very fast indeed. Now the gallop to the last. Will he come 3 or 4? Oh, that's the price they've got to pay, because it's a big vertical to finish. Following a long run to a triple bar. A real trap. But Paul really had to go for it. So many good horses behind him. Tries to get him back on his hocks. Shortens him all the way, but even Deister hammers it down.
You don't often see Paul Shockemöller and Deister make a mistake, but he this time said, well, I really am going to make him go, and hope that there are some mistakes. Malcolm Parra is in with Talens Agrozark, and Janet Hunter is allowed to jump. There. Now, how quickly is he going to turn? He's going round the flowers in between. And this is fast. And this time it stays up, but see just how fast Paul Shockemöller was, 40.56, but Malcolm is clear.
Well, that's a clear 40.56 for Talens Agrozark and Malcolm Parra. So he's set the standard. Who can catch him? It's David Broom next in the Harris Garbage Show Jump Team's Phoenix Park.
Great chance for David Broom. Paul Shockemöller proved that Malcolm's time could be beaten, but this is a big course as well. It's not just a flat-out gallop against the clock. You can't afford to take chances anywhere.
David's not going to run this old boy off his legs tonight. He's not long back on the road. I think he's accepted the fact that he can't beat Malcolm, and he's going for good place money.
.56. I don't know. David is moving now. Look at this. Only just outside. 46.9. Great try by David Broom.
He set off a little bit steady and then he speeded up. If he'd have just gone that sort of pace over the first 3 fences, he would have set some target, and I think David's a little bit annoyed with himself there. It was a round in 2 halves.
John Whittaker with Next Milton. Talon Zangzog, 40.56. Gone. David Broom also had the last down. It was a late falling pole. That time, 38.51. That was fast.
Well, although John had a fence down there, he really scuttled along then to be the fastest 4 faults and made great use of this horse's tremendous scope here by coming 3 strides to the last instead of 4. It's 20 yards, it's a long way up there, but he runs him at the triple and then just lands and goes. Look where he picks up here, and what a good horse he was to jump that.
And in second place now is John Whittaker. And there are 2 to go, and here's Janet Hunter, and how lucky she is to be allowed to jump. It was a false announcement in the collecting ring telling them they could walk the course, and of course you can't. Now Malcolm Parra's here in 18.
She's lost a stirrup, look. Got it back.
Now you've got to go for it, Janet. 40.56. The other one's gone as well. It's 2 down. Janet really trying to take on Malcolm, but Malcolm sitting pretty out there in front. The only clear in 40.56. And just Nick Skelton with Airborne to tackle Malcolm Parra. Seconds here. Nick Skelton in touch. This is typical of Nick Skelton. Look at him chasing around that corner there. 45.6, and he could do it. Oh, flattened straight into it. 39.04. Nick knew that he had to come fast round there, and he is second.
Well, that's the bravest possible stab there from Nick. He knew exactly what he'd got to do. He went to try to come off 3 strides to the last. He knew he had to do that to win it. And the horse made a tremendous effort, but when he got there, he was just too far off, and the horse put down again and went from 4. The temptation there to have gone for a steady clear must have been enormous.
Well, a fascinating jump off, one with the only clear round, and that is a true Grand Prix.
But Nick wouldn't know the meaning of the word lie down and take it. He comes galloping to this, and watch how he tries to get there on the 3, pushes all the way, and he puts down again right to the roots of it, and not a horse in the world could have jumped that from there.
And the Everest double glazing Grand Prix goes to Malcolm Pyra for the second time in 3 years with Towland Zagrozark. The fastest in the field with 1 down. John Whittaker with next Milton, and Nick Skelton on Airborne is third.
And after that, even the Saturday night party has to wait. No one minds waiting, because the Horse of the Year show here is famous for these scenes. Enjoy them with us, and I hope you've enjoyed Wembley 1986.
And so, ladies and gentlemen, our cavalcade is now assembled. Your show director, John Stevens, to read the tribute to the horse.
Where in this wide world can man find nobility without pride, friendship without envy, or beauty without vanity? Here, where grace is laced with muscle and strength by gentleness confined, he serves without civility. He has fought without enmity. There is nothing so powerful, nothing less violent. There is nothing so quick, nothing more patient. England's past has been born on his back. All our history is his industry. We are his heirs. He, our inheritance. The horse.
And as always, why don't you join with us in Old Lang Syne?